interest in the Chabahar port in Iran? Also, has India talked to Israel about its interest in the Chabahar port since the recent round of hostilities has begun?
Siddhant?
Hi, sir. Siddhant from Vion. How does India assess the situation in Afghanistan? We have seen the Indian reaction over Pakistani airstrikes on a Kabul hospital, but overall, in terms of regional stability.
Keshav?
So thank you, Keshav Padmanabhan from the print. Just on the arrest of the 6 Ukrainian nationals, the Ukrainian mission here called for consular access. I just wanted to understand whether India has received such a request and whether it is considering and will follow the procedures to give them the consular access. The second question is with regards to our neighborhood and the West Asian crisis. Can you give us a sense of how much energy India has sent to Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and what are sort of discussions with regards to that? Thank you.
Please.
सर मैं अखिलेश सुमन हूँ डीडी न्यूज़ से एक्चुअली स्टेट ऑफ हार्मोज के चलते पूरी दुनिया में प्रॉब्लम है ग्लोबल साउथ के किन किन देशों ने हमसे मदद की मांग की है और हमने किन किन देशों को मदद दिया है
Krishna Mohan?
सर कृष्णमोहन शर्मा भारत एक्सप्रेस से तुलसी गवाड का एक बयान है कि पाकिस्तान इज ए न्यूक्लियर थ्रेट इस पर हमने पहले भी चिंता जाहिर की और जिस तरीके की बातें आ रही हैं इस पर भारत का क्या रिएक्शन
So let me first take these questions. First, your question. There is a lot of, obviously, you all know about the case, and we are also aware of the case. As you know, that this is a legal matter. The relevant GOI agencies are investigating it presently. We had a related question from Keshav as to whether we have received consular access request. Yes, we have received consular access request, and these will be addressed keeping in mind the legal requirements that are involved in this particular case. Your second question regarding Chabahar, I had commented and remarked on this particular issue earlier as well, so I would repeat what I had said before. The US side has given a guidance extending the conditional sanctions waiver for Chabahar port until 26th of April 2026. The government remains engaged with all concerned in order to address the implications of these developments. So that is what we have. On the ongoing crisis in West Asia, we've made several statements as to where we stand, what is our position, how we look at it. We've called for restraint, we've called for de-escalation, we've called for dialogue and diplomacy so that there can be early end to this particular conflict. So that is where we are on the West Asia crisis. Siddhant, your question regarding over the last several days or so, we've seen strikes from Pakistan into Afghanistan. We have condemned these strikes because they have targeted civilian infrastructure and they have caused a lot of misery to people. You would have seen our statement. We once again unequally condemn these barbaric airstrikes from Pakistan into Afghanistan. Obviously, it vitiates the atmosphere in the region. It is not helpful at all. Keshav, on your consular access bit, I just responded. About energy, we have received requests from several of our neighboring countries, and I had spoken about it earlier as well. We have received requests from Bangladesh, from Sri Lanka, from Maldives, and some other neighboring countries. As I had indicated earlier, India has been supplying diesel to Bangladesh since 2007 through various modes of transportation. We are continuing to assist Bangladesh and our other neighbors even currently. This is being done factoring in our own requirement, our refining capacity, and our diesel availability. अखिलेश जी, किन किन देशों से मदद की मांग आई है? मैंने कहा बांग्लादेश से, श्रीलंका से, मालदीव से हमारे पास अनुरोध आया है कि हम उनकी मदद करें। बहुत सारे देशों के साथ हमारे पहले से ही ऊर्जा के क्षेत्र में साझेदारी चल रही है, तो वो साझेदारी चल रही है और अभी के परिप्रेक्ष्य में उन्होंने मांगा है मदद, उस पे हम लोग बांग्लादेश के जैसे बताया हमने कि उनकी पूर्ति की जा रही है और अन्य देशों का जो भी अनुरोध है उसको हम लोग एग्जामिन कर रहे हैं। So we go further. We have कृष्ण मोहन जी, आपका सवाल कुछ बयान जो आया अमेरिका उसकी तरफ से, देखिए जहाँ तक पाकिस्तान का सवाल है, उनका एक इतिहास रहा है, क्लैंडस्टाइन न्यूक्लियर नॉन प्रोलिफरेशन का इतिहास रहा है और इस प्रकार के बयान से वो फिर जग जाहिर हो जाता है कि किस प्रकार का खतरा ये दुनिया को के सामने इनके कारण, इनके क्लैंडस्टाइन न्यूक्लियर ऑपरेशंस के कारण किस प्रकार का खतरा दुनिया के सामने आता है। आयुषी?
So this is Ayush Iqbal from ANI. My question is regarding the recent meeting between our National Security Advisor and US Ambassador to India yesterday. Could you share the topics that were discussed and how much was West Asia situation discussed as well?
Ayushi? Yeshi, sorry.
This is Yeshi Seli from Business India. I have two questions. The Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of UAE had spoken with Dr. Jaishankar. What was the nature of conversation? Were they asking for India's opinion, or would they ask them to join the discussions that they have? And secondly, the Finnish president also in an interview said that India could get involved and arrive at a ceasefire. So has India been trying to reach that situation where they can talk to both parties?
Please.
Good afternoon, sir. This is William from CNA Taiwan. My question is, due to the ongoing conflict in Iran, energy supplies are experiencing shortage, and LPG, CNG prices are getting very high, and even you can buy it in some area. So may I ask what measures that India government is taking to face this issue? Thank you.
Megha.
Good evening, sir. Megha from NewsX. There are reports that are floating that 7 oil tankers that were bound for China at this point of time are on their way to dock in India. And these all carry Russian crude. Could you affirm if this information is correct? And also, in the Ukrainian embassy readout, they have said that the proceedings of the NI were initiated after information was provided by Russia. Could you shed more light into this?
Jessica?
Hi, sir. This is Jessica for Doordarshan Network. Recently, there was a Reuters report which had cited 4 Indian sources stating that India will hold off on signing a trade deal with US for several months. Is that correct? And any comments on that?
Mm-hmm. So, Ayushi, first to your question regarding conversation between National Security Advisor and the Ambassador of the United States. These are normal conversations that keep happening. Both sides discussed issues of bilateral importance. Obviously, all the issues that are in the gamut of the bilateral arena are discussed in these issues. Ishi, on your question, yes, External Affairs Minister has spoken to his counterpart in the United Arab Emirate. He has been speaking to several other foreign ministers, including in GCC and West Asia, and they have exchanged perspectives on the developments that are happening there. You know our position, what we where we stand on West Asia conflict. We have been reiterating that there should be an early end to this conflict, keeping in mind that the best way forward is to take the path of dialogue and diplomacy. On again on the question regarding Finnish president, we have been talking to all sides. Today also, our prime minister spoke to uh, the Sultan of Oman. He also spoke to President of France, as also the Prime Minister of Malaysia. So global leaders have been talking to each other. Our Prime Minister has been talking to each other, emphasizing how we look at the situation and what is our priority, how we should go forward. On William, on energy supply, yes, it has been a matter of concern. As you know, that energy shipping routes have been impacted. On ours here in India, the Ministry of Petroleum, every day we have daily press briefing on this particular aspect. LPG LPG is supply of LPG is a matter of concern. Therefore, we are prioritizing domestic consumption, domestic consumers first. Their needs will be taken care of, and then we'll see how we deal with the way we what how we supply LPG to commercial establishments. But that is a matter of concern because of shortage of supply. We had two tankers which came in recently. Those two tankers have given us more supply in the pipeline, and hopefully we'll have. We are also trying to diversify our sources, looking for LPG supply from other parts of the world. So hopefully we are at it. We are working, and we'll do our best to secure our energy security needs. Megha, on see, we buy oil from across the world. So if there are tankers coming from X part of the world or Y part of the world, it is normal. We'll have many more tankers coming because we are buying energy. We are buying oil. We are buying crude oil. We from various parts of the world, and we have a diversified resources. Diversified option in this regard, and this will continue. I mean, I saw that there were a lot of news about one particular vessel, but we are buying from various sources, including Russia. So, I mean, I don't why it should become such a big news. There are several vessels which will be docking, and it's a continuous process. On the Ukraine embassy issue, I just said that this is a legal matter. It is under investigation presently, and that is we'll see how we take it forward. Consular access has been requested. We will look into it as per the legal requirements that are there in the case. Jessica, your question regarding Reuters. See, we saw the report. Uh, it is not accurate. Both India and the United States remain in close touch on all trade matters. So that is where it is. It's not an accurate reflection of where we are on that particular issue. Santosh?
सर मैं संतोष ठाकुर नवाबा से। मैं सर दो सवाल है मेरे। एक तो सर आपने कहा कि गैस भी हम जो है कई अन्य देशों से भी खरीदने के लिए प्रयास कर रहे हैं, तो किन किन देशों से कर रहे हैं सर? क्या रशिया भी उसमें शामिल है? एक और दूसरा सर, अभी जो ईरान और जो उसके आसपास के युद्धग्रस्त प्रभावित क्षेत्र हैं, वहाँ पे सर भारतीय जो हैं, कितने भारतीय फंसे हुए हैं, या और किन किन प्रदेशों के, अगर उसका कोई संख्या हो तो? थैंक यू।
नीरज?
सर, एनर्जी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पे जो हमले हुए मध्य पश्चिम एशिया में, उसके बाद संकट ये लगातार बढ़ता जा रहा है। तो जो हमारे और भी दूसरे जगहों से इंपोर्ट करते हैं एलएनजी, तो किन किन देशों से हम विकल्प तलाश रहे हैं, और इसके अलावा एलपीजी में कहाँ कहाँ से विकल्प तलाश रहे हैं?
Lastly?
So Hasini, Heather from The Hindu, I just see that you have put out a statement on attacks against energy infrastructure in West Asia. This was started by Israeli strikes on the South Pars gas field. I wanted to ask if there's a shift in the Indian government's thinking, given that in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks of this war, India has consistently condemned Iran's attacks. But not any attacks by US and Israel. The fact that the latest statement does not name any country, is that now India's position? My second question is, it's been a week since Prime Minister Modi spoke to the Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian, and they had discussed, and then I think External Affairs Minister spoke to his counterpart discussing the possibility of a BRICS
statement on West Asia. You've been referring to it in some of your press conferences in the multi-ministerial as well. My question is, a week into this effort to find a BRICS statement, has India failed in producing consensus within the BRICS countries? I ask this because on March 4th, the SCO actually put out a statement. BRICS has had no statement so far. And if you could tell us where those negotiations are.
Okay. Sandra?
Good evening. Sandra from DW. I have a question regarding the Indian seafarers being the backbone of the maritime workforce, thousands of them stuck on vessels west of the Strait of Hormuz. What is India doing to secure their safety or to have them disembark and maybe return home via a different route?
Okay. Reza?
Reza from Hindustan Times. Given the fact that Qatar accounts for almost 40% of our LNG requirements, is there any view on the latest attack and how that could possibly impact supplies to us? And there are reports that a large number of girl students from Kashmir are currently in Azerbaijan. Could we have any updates on what is being done? I mean, what is the process now for them to return from both Azerbaijan and Armenia, the people who have gone from Iran?
Neeraj?
सर नमस्कार, मैं नीरज सुबे प्रभा साक्षी से। सर वेस्ट एशिया में कॉन्फ्लिक्ट शुरू होने के बाद से भारतीय विदेश मंत्रालय ने एक कंट्रोल रूम बनाया था दूतावासों के स्तर पे भी, नई दिल्ली में भी। तो इसमें अब तक कोई अंदाजा या आंकड़ा हो कि कितने अनुरोध प्राप्त हुए और किनको सुलझाया गया, कितने मुद्दों?
Okay, so first question, संतोष जी, गैस की बात, क्या हम रशिया से एलपीजी खरीद रहे हैं? एलपीजी हम सभी जगह से हम खरीदने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं जहां उपलब्ध है। तो अगर उसमें रशिया उपलब्ध होगा तो वहां भी जाएंगे, क्योंकि स्थिति इस प्रकार की है अभी कि हमको सुनिश्चित ये करना है कि हमारे लोग का जो ईंधन का जो उनकी ज़रूरतें हैं उनकी वो पूरा हो। किन किन देशों से कर रहे हैं मैं ये बता सकता हूँ कि बहुत सारे देशों से कर रहे हैं। अब उसमें कौन कौन सा देश है वो ब्यौरा हमारे पास नहीं है। ये इन सब जानकारी के लिए मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ पेट्रोलियम आपको ज़्यादा बेहतर बता पाएगा, लेकिन मैं ये कह सकता हूँ कि हम लोग चाह रहे हैं कि हमारे विकल्प बहुत सारे हों। दूसरा, ईरान में कितने भारतीय, देखिए हमारा अनुमान ये था, कुछ लोग एम्बेसी के साथ, राजदूतावास के साथ रजिस्टर नहीं करते हैं अपने आप को, तो हमारा अनुमान था कि 9001 लोग हैं। उनमें से कई सारे स्टूडेंट जो थे वो वापस आ गए थे हमला शुरू होने से पहले, और अभी हाल में करीबन 882 जो भारतीय नागरिक, उसमें स्टूडेंट भी हैं, उसमें कुछ वहाँ पर व्यवसाय करने वाले लोग भी हैं, और जो यहाँ से तीर्थयात्री गए थे वो भी हैं। 882 लोग अजरबैजान और अर्मीनिया के रास्ते वापस आने वाले हैं। कुछ तो आ गए हैं। 284 जो तीर्थयात्री गए थे उसमें से 280 लोग वापस लौट गए हैं, वो अर्मीनिया के रास्ते आए। 3-4 और हैं, वो भी आ जाएंगे 1-2 दिन में। अर्मीनिया के रास्ते 772 उस लैंड बॉर्डर से पार करके अर्मीनिया गए और वहाँ से वो लोग आ रहे हैं। कुछ लोग आ चुके हैं, कुछ लोग आने वाले दिनों में आएंगे। अजरबैजान के रास्ते जो है वहाँ थोड़ी सी गतिविधि थोड़ा धीमा है, तो वहाँ करीबन 110 भारतीय नागरिक अजरबैजान में हैं, और उसमें से कुछ लोग आ गए हैं और कुछ लोग आने वाले हैं। नीरज, जैसे कि मैंने बताया कि ऊर्जा स्थिति को बेहतर करने के लिए जो भी विकल्प हमारे सामने होंगे, ये हमारा पॉलिसी रहा है, नीति रहा है, हम उस विकल्प के रास्ते जाके और अपनी ऊर्जा सुरक्षा को और मजबूत करेंगे। Suhasini, your question, India's position, see, we have put out a statement on the attacks that have happened. Right from the very beginning, we have said that avoidance of targeting, we have called for avoiding targeting of civilian infrastructure, including energy infrastructure across the region. And as we have said in our statement, recent attacks against energy installations in different locations across this region are therefore deeply disturbing and only serve to further destabilize an already uncertain energy scenario for the whole world. Such attacks are unacceptable and need to cease. So this is our position on the recent energy attacks. On your question regarding BRICS statement, see, BRICS membership and SCO membership are two different categories. So if you look at who are the members, you will get an answer as to why we are we are having issues with developing a consensus in that regard. On Sandra, your question on seafarers, we have a large community of seafarers, possibly the largest in the world. 90% of our seafaring community workers, they serve global commercial shipping. We have, as you would have followed the briefing being done in the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, we have 22 ships. On those 22 ships, we have 611 seafarers. In addition, we also have seafarers across the region. We are in touch with their companies. We are also trying our best, how best we can support them in terms of essentials, so on and so forth. Several seafarers have also come back. For example, the 15 seafarers who were injured, some of them were injured, they were housed in Basra. They have come back to India or will be arriving in India shortly. Similarly, seafarers from other parts of that region have also been coming back. We have a dedicated control room in the Ministry of Shipping, the DG of Shipping, where all these questions of the families and all their concerns are being addressed. Reza, your question regarding LNG, yes, now with the latest attacks, our LNG supply is going to be impacted, and it has been impacted because of the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. But we are in discussion with several countries. We are in touch with all the stakeholders there to see how best we can secure our energy needs, and there can be unimpeded transit for our cargo. Girl students, yes, students we have a large number of students, including girl students from Kashmir who are studying medical education in Iran. We are trying our best. We had issued an advisory. We had told everybody that before you reach the Azerbaijan border, please get in touch with the embassy so that they can help you in crossing over the border. What happens is that you reach the Iranian border. Iranian border is easy to cross, but you get stuck on the Azeri side. So therefore, it is important that all Indian nationals who desire to make the land border crossing, they first get in touch with our embassy so that the conduct is smooth. I understand that there are some difficulties in terms of smooth flow because there are a lot of people who want to cross the border, but we are helping them. We also with several other necessities that they have. And hopefully over the next few days, all of them will be coming back home. नीरज, यहाँ पर हम लोगों ने 4 मार्च से ही सोमवार से हमने कंट्रोल रूम, एक नियंत्रण कक्ष यहाँ बनाया था विदेश मंत्रालय में, अभी भी चल रहा है। चूंकि बहुत सारे मुश्किलात जो थे यहाँ पर हमारे समुदाय के, वो लगभग हल हो गया है। जो लोग फंसे हुए लोग, टूरिस्ट लोग जो फंसे हुए थे, परिवार के लोग जो बाहर फंसे हुए थे, करीबन 2,60,000 यात्री भारतीय नागरिक पिछले कुछ दिनों में ये कॉन्फ्लिक्ट की शुरुआत के बाद से वापस भारत आ गए हैं। पिछले कुछ दिनों में हम लोगों ने देखा है कि जो फ़ोन कॉल्स आते हैं और जो ईमेल्स आते हैं उसमें काफ़ी गिरावट आई है। तो ये स्थिति है यहाँ पर। इसके अलावे हमारे सारे दूतावास में जो गल्फ़ के देशों में है, ईरान में है, इज़राइल में भी है, सब जगह 24/7 चौबीसों घंटा वहाँ पर हेल्पलाइन चल रहा है ताकि हम लोग वहाँ पर रहते हुए हमारे जो नागरिक हैं उनका हम मदद कर सकें। Okay. Harry, you already asked a question? Okay.
Sir, Harry Maheshwari, Sputnik. Sir, there has been the resignation of a National Counterterrorism Center Chief Joe Kent, who claimed that Iran posed no imminent threat. In a press conference this month, IAEA Chief Rafael Grossi also rejected the justification that Iran was weeks away from developing a nuclear weapon. In India's assessment, how do you see the situation? Was Iran close to building a nuclear weapon, which has been the basis of US-Israeli strikes?
Kalol?
Kalol from the Hindu, sir. So regarding the 6 Ukrainians and the American who were arrested by the NIA, foreigners visiting Mizoram must obtain a protected area permit. So did they violate the Indian law, sir, by not obtaining the permit?
सिद्धांत, आपका नाम मुझे भली भांति पता है भाई.
Sir, thank you so much. I'm Siddhant from CNN News 18. Sir, other than the statement made by the NI to Gabard, there is this 2026 US Intel Community Assessment. And if I quote what that report says, it says that Pakistan is into advanced or traditional missile delivery systems with nuclear and conventional payloads that can strike homeland, unquote. Does this assessment of US Intel community bother us? What is our assessment, and are we going to be talking to the Americans directly about this particular assessment of their community, since the military leadership in Pakistan is cozying up with the administration in the United States? Thank you.
Okay. So, Dhairya, first to your question, I really have no comments on that. Kallol, see, there are certain restricted areas which are restricted in India, and there are certain protected areas. So, for those areas, you need a permission to travel there, and whether they were in possession of this particular permission or not, it is now in the court. It will be presented, and thereafter we'll come to know. But I would refer you to what the NIA has had to say. I haven't gone into the technical details of it, but I understand that they may be wanting of certain documents for traveling to that part of India. Siddhant, on your question, see, Pakistan's clandestine history of nuclear proliferation is for everybody to see, and everybody understands that, and the risk that it poses to the international community. So there is nothing new in it. It's just that this has been yet again highlighted. As far as this assessment that you've talked about, internal assessment, security assessment of the United States, on our side, we are closely working with the U.S. government on counter narcotics issues. We have a shared objective here to how we deal with this menace. We have a working group, and through this working group, we have an institutional dialogue mechanism to address this shared common challenge that we have. On Pakistan, the less I speak, the better. The kind of things that they do poses challenge to several people across the world. With that, we come to the close of this press briefing. Thank you very much.